everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nathra, and today I'm going to be talking about some more groups that should officially disband. A few months ago, I posted a video where I listed some groups who were inactive or on hiatus for years with no closure from their companies about their status as a group. This video got over 100,000 views and sparked some pretty interesting conversations, so I thought why not make a part 2 and include some more groups that you listed in the comments. Disclaimer, just because I think a group should officially disband does not mean I hate them. In fact, it is because I'm such a big fan of them that I want these idols to be free to do whatever they want. The groups listed here have not released music in years, and their status as a K-pop group is pretty useless, especially if it's holding them back from pursuing other careers. The K-pop industry is so oversaturated that most groups need to release music regularly, especially if they're from a smaller company and they're not that popular to begin with. A lot of y'all were like, well, if it's so bad, I'm sure idols can leave and do what they want, but I assure you, contracts are more lucrative than that. I'm sure that being tied down to a contract or even having to pay debt is making it a lot harder for these artists to follow up on other aspirations. If you disagree with me, totally okay, just be civil in the comments. Anyways, disclaimers aside, let's get started. Number 1. AOA. I got a bunch of comments saying AOA should disband given the whole bullying scandal, and I definitely agree with this. AOA currently consists of 4 members, and with Yuna leaving FNC Entertainment recently, I don't think there's much more potential for them as a group. For argument's sake, let's say AOA did have a comeback. What are the chances that they would have the same amount of support as before and still be able to make money off of their comeback? Their fanbase has decreased significantly, and I doubt their company would want to pour money into an album or even a single if they were unsure that they would turn a profit. Even though not all members were explicitly involved in the bullying situation, they will always be associated with that purely by name. Let's face it, it will be better for AOA to disband and for the members to go and make a name for themselves in other fields. Next up, Unique. Unique is a Chinese-Korean boy group that debuted back in 2014 and hasn't been active for the past few years. You may be the most familiar with member Cho Seung-yeon, aka soloist Woods. In fact, most of the members already have thriving solo careers, like member Yibo pursuing acting. To me, it doesn't seem like it would make a lot of sense for Unique to even be a thing, and now with heightened tensions between Korea and China, will it ever be feasible for them to have a comeback and promote? It might make more sense for them to pivot and be a C-pop group since they charted quite well in China, but as for their future as a group in general, I don't really see them doing much, which sucks because their song EO EO is so good. Since the members are doing well as soloists, I'm not sure promoting as a group again is on any of their radars. Number 3, afterschool/orange caramel. This was a very common comment, and I 100% agree. Aside from the fact that only member Nana is still with Pledis, I think Pledis as a whole has abandoned Afterschool. Afterschool's last Korean release was in 2013 with the song First Love. They continued to promote in Japan until around early 2015, but by that point many members had already graduated and moved on from the group. Soon after, Pledis halted Afterschool and Orange Caramel's promotions in order for the individual members to pursue other paths. Since nearly all the members had left Pledis, I don't see the need to keep them around for much longer. Obviously, the company is probably holding on to the brand for the sake of copyright and licensing procedures, but I think we could all use some closure. The reason I'm grouping Unique and Afterschool together is because they actually had a brief surge in interest during Produce 48 and Produce X101. Seung-yeon from Unique actually became a member of X1, and throughout the competition, viewers became interested in his group. Yue Hua could have used this to put together something, especially since X1 has disbanded and Seung-yeon's popularity has only increased. As for Afterschool, member Ka-eun was extremely popular during her run on Produce 48. She made first place multiple times and was expected to be included in the final lineup, however, for reasons unknown, she actually ended up ranking 14th, thus leaving her out of the group. This is similar to what I mentioned in the first Groups Who Should Disband video, mostly because these companies just didn't know how to channel the popularity of members who succeeded on survival shows. It's a shame that even when one member made it really big, these companies turned a blind eye to what could have been a successful revival of a group or unit. For example, Ka-eun left Pledis short after her run on Produce 48, but I feel like if Pledis had decided to give her a full-fledged solo career, she might have stayed. With 2021 comes many third-gen group contract negotiations, so let's do a lightning round as to whether I think these groups will have successful contract renewals or not. Number 1. Red Velvet. I think that their negotiations might be successful. It really depends on SM's plans for them. They've had a mix of both positive and negative press over 2020, but the performance at the SM New Year's concert was actually pretty well received. I don't think SM would let them go, especially when we haven't had a 5-member comeback in like a year. Individually, it's possible they may want to move on to other companies, but I think as of right now, their future as an active group is pretty solid. Number 2, GOT7. You guys probably know by now that all members have decided not to renew with JYP, which honestly is for the best. JYP, the guy, also hasn't really been the nicest towards the members, so I'm not surprised that GOT7 is leaving the company. Since they got the rights to their name, there is a good chance they'll promote together in the future. How exactly that'll work, I'm not too sure, but given their bond, I'm sure they'll be more than happy to work together again. Number 3, mamamoo. Honestly, I really don't know. They had a pretty good year in 2020 with solo releases and group releases, but I'm not sure what will happen. Solar and Hwasa have extremely successful solo careers. I think they will be fine staying at RBW, but I'm not sure about Wheein and Moonbyul. I think both of them would like to do more solo stuff, but I'm also not a stan, so don't hold me to any of this. I enjoy Mamamoo's music for the most part, so I'm curious to see what will happen. Number 4, uniunique. Some of the members, like I said, are focused on acting, others are focused on their solo careers, whether they're in China or Korea. I think the members might choose to stay under Yuehua simply because they've been given a lot of opportunities. Maybe Woods would try to go to another company since he's popular, but because he's so popular, I doubt that Yuehua would let him go that easily. My personal belief is that if they all choose to renew their contracts but have no intention of regrouping, I think uniunique should disband. Other groups who are supposed to renew contracts in 2021 include Hotshot, LaBoom, Lovelyz, and Sonamoo. I think that all of these, maybe with the exception of Lovelyz, will not renew their contracts, but we'll see. If you'd like me to make a third part to this video, including some other groups who I think should disband, let me know in the comments below. Reasons for why a group went on hiatus will never be truly known, and it's obviously not fair to blame the artist or company wholeheartedly. I just think that as the fans of an artist, we deserve some sort of closure. At the end of the day, I just want all of these idols to be able to move on to other ventures. Okay, so that's all the time I have for today. Sorry for the delay. I've been trying to prepare for the upcoming semester and also stockpile videos for once school starts. I think I'll be posting videos every 2 to 3 weeks or so until probably the summer because they cancel spring break for my university. Anyways, thank you all again for 100,000 views on the groups who should officially disband video. I left most of my filming stuff in my dorm, but in about a week I'll be back on campus and I'll be filming a Q&A video to celebrate 700 subscribers. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Bye!